Denmark is a really good place for stand-up paddling because it has a big variety of conditions. Like you can find the beautiful calm water landscapes here in Copenhagen, and you can find the wild waves on the west coast, and everywhere in between there's so many spots to go, whether you're looking for waves or just cruising down rivers or flat water, bays. Denmark just has everything. Copen Cold Hawaii is a combination of Copenhagen and Cold Hawaii. Copenhagen being the capital of Denmark, which also has a really rich culture, especially when looking towards water sports and activities. Cold Hawaii, on the other hand, is on the west coast of Denmark, where I grew up. And we call it Cold Hawaii because the waves remind us of Hawaii, but the water temperatures are just a tiny bit colder. Copen Cold Hawaii would be the first ISA World Championship in Europe, and you would have mass participation from all countries around the world. The way Copen Cold Hawaii will function is that we'll have the event split between Copenhagen and Cold Hawaii. It will work in the way that we'll have the long distance racing here in Copenhagen in the beautiful settings, whereas we'll have the waves and technical race on the west coast in Cold Hawaii. By hosting the event in these two different locations, we'll make sure that we have the best conditions for each discipline. The waves will be great on the west coast, whereas the flatwater racing will be top level here in Copenhagen. It's really interesting because Copenhagen and Cold Hawaii are pretty much as far away as you can get from each other here in Denmark. By having these two venues so far apart from each other in Denmark, we really cover all of the nation. You can stand up paddle not just in Cold Hawaii, not just in Copenhagen, but anywhere on the over 7,500 kilometers of coastline we do have. We hope to highlight this and raise awareness about the possibilities we have for stand-up paddling in our backyard. For me personally, and as an athlete, there's nothing bigger than to be able to compete for a world championship on home ground. It's been a dream since I was very small to have a world championship in Denmark, and to be able to be paddling here in Copenhagen and Cold Hawaii, for example, next to the Opera House, would just be a dream come true.